Run free and dive into the sky. Hear the wind crying out its prayer. Why are we so ashamed to be alive? Break the chains and our freedom's ours to take. Look behind your back. Chase a light when the world is getting darker. I have a dream where love's the only side. So take my hand, join the army of the shadows. Going harder, we are more than numbers. Standing in this hate. Going louder, we are all one color. Standing in their way. Join the army of the shadow. Join the army of the shadow. Join the army of the shadows. Shadows, shadows.
All right. How's everybody doing tonight on this nice and toasty January Eve? Some of the highlights today. How about those Eagles? I'm not muted. I don't have the mute on. No. Turn your sound up. Can you hear me, Jeff? Can y'all hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, cool. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I mean, I don't have my mute on. By the way, my name's 12 Gauge. Welcome to my channel, 12 Gauge Investigative. You know, like I was saying, the Eagles beat the Rams, and I feel the Chiefs beat the. Who did they beat? Oh, they beat the Texans. So if you've been watching football this weekend, there's quite a lot of football going on. I hope you guys have been doing all right. I just wanted to get on here and get into something, you know? Just never know where my lives are going to take me. And most of the time, they just end up being pretty damn good. So I have Rondi in the chat. I have Jeff H in the chat. Jeff, I can't believe you're not over there with AR and Lucky and Pete. They got the trio back together. So I guess a lot of people are over there, you know, giving them their attention, which is nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. But I thought I'd get on here and I'd talk a little bit, you know? Yeah, let's go, Jack. Let's go. Honestly, I'm losing touch with that case. I'm losing touch with with the Idaho case. I mean, I was doing something the other night, just kind of going through the house again, just trying to like, give some more feedback on my part based on what I've learned up to this point. And I have an upload ready to go, but I don't know. It just seems like a bunch of waste of time at this point, especially with everybody's thoughts and opinions. And, you know, we seem to hear the same thing over and over and over, and it kind of get monotonous. I don't know how it is for y'all, but I wanted to check in on you guys, see how y'all are doing on this Sunday night because I got a little bit of energy going on. I've been working out today. I've been doing all kinds of stuff, and wow, there's a lot of people on. Truth and Transparency's on. Drunk Turkey was on a while ago. Jules was on. I mean, it's like everybody has something to say about that case still. And I don't understand what they could possibly still have to say about it. But there's some things that I want to show you that are kind of comical. So um if you're not really in the mood for laughter or some kind of comedy a little bit, then maybe this isn't going to be the live for you. But I'm going to talk about the gym because what better place? I've been, kind of doing the thing myself. So let's let's get into that. Hope y'all enjoy this. Let's see what Jeff had to say. He said Idaho case is probably going to get a boost after this upcoming hearing on the 23rd. Yeah, you're probably right. You know, probably right. But you know what? It's still just going to be speculation, after the fact. It just gets it just gets monotonous for me, but I'm glad y'all still enjoy it. So let's watch these gym fails a little bit and then I'll talk some more and maybe take it in another direction if, this start to get kind of blundering. Here we go.
You're gonna pass out, don't pass out, don't follow. Whoa! Oh my god.
Ooh.
Literally could have. We had a sore throat for a few days. Oh, he's got a lot of weight up.
Ooh.
Oh no, he snapped his patella.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
Oh, yeah, that hurt. Oh, she was so happy at the end there.
I mean, you do see a lot of crazy
That's a
stuff.
lot of weight. Oh god, what's he done? Stuff like that's so horrible. It's so much weight. Big things can go. Your hip can pop out. Snap tendons. Oh, what's this guy doing? What the? Don't do it. Don't do it.
Oh. One thing I can tell you is that guy was not going all the way down. So to put that much weight on there, it's just a waste of time and energy, and it gets people hurt, honestly. And they're at Planet Fitness doing this.
205 kilos,
450
kilos, something
pounds.
like that. On a Smith machine, onto a crappy bench in Planet Fitness.
Oh. Wow.
What's going on? What's going on? What's going on?
Get it.
What's gone?
Get it.
What's happened? Why are they fighting?
Oh my God. Too much pre-workout.
What's going on? She must have out squatted and she didn't like it.
Too much pre-workout, I guess.
Oh no.
Ooh. You know, I've tried to pick up one of those balls before, and it didn't go well. Didn't go well. Those things are heavy. They look easy to lift, but they're not at all.
I wouldn't do that much weight, bro. You're gonna fucking hurt yourself. I'm telling you.
It's like you're gonna hurt yourself.
Oh my God.
Oh.
There's no way that was real. He's literally filming it saying you're going to hurt yourself. He just snapped his ankle. God, some of them make your stomach turn. And your hotel does not have a gym squad. Oh, Jesus.
Oh.
That woman's business.
Always make sure the machine
Oh,
is off. Always make sure the machine is off.
I mean, you shouldn't laugh. But...
That's not what that's for. That's not how you lift that.
This guy goes.
Bro. He's already struggling. He's already struggling.
What's the guy behind? What's he going to do?
Okay.
That's a nice thing to do.
Yeah, it is.
It's a bit weird about asking, like you just go up and
Yeah.
touch people, but
Get it.
still nice.
I don't like when guys wear these shirts in the gym. It's just kind of creepy.
I've been there, man. Sometimes you've just got to rip your top off and have a pose off in the mirror with yourself. Well, this is harsh. So the weight of the bar obviously is harsh. I've done it. If you've got sore quads though and you want to recover quick, this is good. Gets them knocked out your muscle, that's for sure.
Maybe recovery is the hardest one in the gym.
So this guy's going to try and replicate everything she does on the pole. You've got to give props to pole dancers. Like, you've got to have some serious mobility
Oh,
and
wow.
strength to do like those kind of things.
I think I would fall flat on my face on that pole. I don't think I would be doing it as well as this man is doing it.
Just doesn't look right when a guy does it, does it?
He's like, anything for you, baby. Oh my God. No. No. This guy. Okay. Yeah, that's how you do it. He's like doing a hip thrust. What the hell, bro? Oh. Oh, damn.
I'm sure you do, mate. You just got a bath tap up your bumhole. That would wake anyone up in this
Exactly.
day and age, mate.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah. Oh God, that is Final Destination stuff right there.
Oh, God.
Like, that is just
Holy
that is just
shit.
waiting to enter.
That just hurts me just looking at it.
Oh Jesus, man.
Bro.
I mean, well done. That's amazing.
Bro, don't
Is
do
it
it.
worth really impaling yourself and letting that bar brush your teeth from the other end? Is it really?
That is just too much right there, bro. What the?
Oh gosh.
Guess that's one way to do it.
Waiting for something to go wrong here. How much has he got in the bar? Okay, I mean, if you miss a beat, you're going to break your ankles.
Yeah. That's going to crack you in the head.
So he's got
Oh,
a bar taped to his feet and he's doing a handstand. I mean, this is different, that's for sure. Muscle ducks. There you go. I suggest everyone go and follow Muscle Ducks.
Oh my God.
Oh, he's gonna put a hole in the floor. He's on wood. No.
Oh,
No.
Jesus. Really, bro? Really?
I mean, that's one way to mow the grass.
It's just too much. I mean, people just get so creative.
Bit of a circus act.
It makes you wonder how much their hospital bills are going to be.
Go on, lads. Is it who can stay on the longest? That's,
oh, Jesus.
I might try that one.
Oh, so that's what that little phone thing's for.
To go out and
I always wondered what that was for.
Kettlebells crush your skull. Oh, wow. That's impressive. That's impressive, to be fair.
Shit. All of a sudden, the shark comes out.
Okay, they're carrying on the board balancing competition here. That's impressive. Like, the core strength to do that is insane. Fair play. The hyper.
I just don't. I cannot get the point of doing all that extra stuff. Like, why? Why are you going to do all that extra stuff? I don't get it. It's hilarious to me. Not really hilarious, but it's kind of sad when people don't know how to use the machines. Ooh. I think we'll look at this one. Folks, don't do this at home. Don't do this at home. Don't try this at home, kids. This is not for the faint of heart. Here we go. Oh, God. Oh, God. God almighty. Oh. Oh, I do not trust those stupid bands for nothing. Oh, Get it. Oh. That's why you should always have it bolted to the floor.
Yeah, lightweight. Let's go.
Bro. Ooh. What is he doing, bro?
Go. Yes, yes, ma'am.
I gotta stop it for a minute. I've seen this happen in the gym. Like I was there, not this one, but I've seen somebody do that. You're like, bro, that's why the covers, go over the bar. You clip them in place so all that weight doesn't come off. This guy. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, he's like, I'm dying. I'm dying. I can't get this weight off me. Stop, drop, and roll. Here we go. Good form. Good form. Oh, 225. Get it. Get it. Push. Push. Oh, you almost had it. Breathe. Breathe, bro. You're going to explode. Breathe. Jeez. Oh, shit. There you go. There you go. Get it. Get it. Get it. Oh, Jesus. Breathe, bro. Breathe. Quit holding your breath. You're going to pass out. Jesus. There you go. Let go. Breathe. You got it? Oh. Oh, my God. That looks painful as shit. Oh. Yeah, I don't understand all that. I don't understand all that. You know, there's a lot of people that they strap themselves up with all these straps, and they wrap their wraps around the bar and everything, and it's like, come on, man, you're like tying yourself to all this weight. You're gonna hurt yourself if you can't lift it. They do it every day. I'm gonna do that with my girlfriend. It's like, oh baby. Oh,
Great pop to the press.
God almighty.
Come on. Up, up, up. One more.
Get Tyler, go. Come on, you got a rep?
Come on, Ty. There you go.
Who this for again?
Whoa. I cannot. I cannot. You know it. Yep. Get you a hat that says ass hat. I cannot. Like, to sit there and do all that madness. It's just crazy. God, I cannot. And you think, well, these people are only doing this because, they're being filmed. No. They do it because they think that it's something innovative and that it's working a different muscle group or whatever. They end up hurting themselves. It's terrible. It's terrible. Do not try this at home. Do not. Because you will be heading to the local ER. Let me fix this. I don't know why that's all low. Is my sound okay? Can y'all hear me? Am I good? Yeah, I would keep playing some of those, but I'm just like, no way. No way. It's really crazy how some of these things, some of these people in true crime, that's how I visualize them lifting. It's like they're doing that and then they just like fall down or something. Oh, Clementati's on. There's a lot of people on actually. I guess everybody has tomorrow off. What am I going to talk about, really? I mean, did I really get on here to talk about something, or did I just get on here just to shoot the breeze? It shows 3 people in the chat, so 5 people now. So I don't know who the other 2 are. I really don't want to continue reading the new evil until I talked to Dr. Bricado about what he meant by not presenting it the way I've been presenting it. So I want to really talk to him about that. And I really don't feel like reading the heroin diaries or anything like that. Like, I am in a positive mood right now, but I just don't. I'm trying to find something to show you. Let's see. Have y'all ever heard of Roma Army? I subscribed to her the other day, and she has a lot of good stuff. Like, mm, let's see if I can play one of these. They're not very long, so if you make videos in public, watch out for this guy. Let's watch this one. Roma Army, I send a shout out to you. Using commentating your video under fair use. And here we go.
Capes, and it's true. Some of them wear gym shirts and gym shorts, and they grace the internet with nothing but common sense and calling out people who should have been spanked as a child, quite frankly. Joey Swoll is a content creator that has been taking the internet by storm for the last couple of years with his content where he calls out really toxic people at the gym. You know the kind of people I'm talking about. The people who are at the gym judging people who are less experienced, the women who are there flexing their ass muscles and then getting mad when people walk in their film, all the way to women just straight up filming OnlyFans content at the gym. This guy calls out all of it, guys, girls, and even highlights the positive people within the gym community. I myself, I can take some tips from him because I need to start highlighting more positive people, and that's what I'm doing here today. I'm here to introduce you to Joey Swoll. Make sure you follow him on his socials if you don't follow him already, and I hope that you enjoy this content, and make sure you go enjoy more of his content.
Okay, so this is me in my second set, and I see what's about to happen, but I just keep working out for a second. Pay attention to where he places belongings.
No, I'm working out right here. You want to use that here, you want right here. I have no focus.
That's right. Do what you have to do.
No, you're in my face.
I'm not in your space. This
No,
machine,
sir. I have the machine right there with nobody over there. That's
that
all.
machine doesn't work properly. That's why I come
So
here.
at this point, I'm so aggravated because the sweat dripping in my eyes burning. He disturbed me in the middle of the set, and I got asthma, so I couldn't even defend my little corner. And then he was like, do what you gotta do. What that mean, sir?
I'm so confused as to why she's upset. She has parked herself in the middle of like a walkway. That is clearly like where people get from one side to the other. They have to walk through you to get to the other side. Why are you upset? Why go to the gym and then get upset that people are in your business? Like, ma'am, pick a corner, pick a spot that doesn't have high traffic. How entitled are you? I feel like some people just go to the gym and think to themselves, you know what? How can I be as annoying, obnoxious, and how can I ruin everybody else's workout just by being here? Let's see what Joey has to say about this.
So you're upset with this man because you say he's in your personal space. I'm sorry. You don't get to set your tripod up to film next to a machine and call that your personal space.
Hey,
That
Truth.
man has every right to use that machine and that space. And he even moves his bag back to not be in your video. Then you go tell him that he should go use the other machine, which he explains doesn't work right. But who do you think you are to tell someone what machines they can't or can't use? Then you go and support comments like this saying, it's because this man is white? Seriously? No, it's because you're entitled and you think you own the gym, which you don't, and you think you're a victim, which you're not. You need to do better. Mind your own business.
I cannot stand when people pull the race card. Like, you're just making such a mockery of a very real issue that is racism. Are there people that will treat other people like shit, treat them differently, ostracize them, and other them because of their skin color? Absolutely. It happens to white people, it happens to black people, it happens to Mexican people, it happens to all fucking people. Is this one of those cases? Absolutely not. And probably 7 times out of 10 that I see people calling, oh, it's a race card, it's a race thing, it's usually not a race thing. Those people are just being entitled, and white people pull this shit too. I see it all over EWU body cam footage. I watch police cam footage on YouTube all the time, and I see white people that are like, it's because I'm white. No, Karen, you walked into the liquor store and you punched the co-owner in the face. This has nothing to do with you being white. The great thing about Joey Swole, though, is he's not only out here calling out toxic, entitled women at the gym, he's also calling out dudes at the gym who are making fun of other guys and being toxic as well. Joey Swole's mouth is rated E for, well, just about absolutely fucking everybody. And it's fantastic.
Never knows what he's doing. He always has the same outfit. He even sleeps here sometimes.
Why are you standing there posing beside him like he's one of the 8th wonders of the world? Like, how rude and cocky
Right.
and entitled are you?
I mean, there are a lot of people that do this. They just like, I don't know. The cell phone has damaged a lot of people's perception of right and wrong, in my opinion. You know, when you're filming somebody who, without their permission, that's kind of creepy, I would say. Excuse me. And why would you think it'd be okay to do so? Like, Truth, would you be upset if you caught somebody filming you while you were working out? You know, Rondi, would you be upset if you caught somebody filming you while you were working out? I mean, that you didn't know? You know? Yeah, he isn't sleeping. Maybe he's tired. He just
You
worked
can tell
out.
that there's a lot of immaturity and shit like that. But when you mix immaturity with social media, like, people get hurt, people get exposed, that people's like most private moments are just out there for people to see now. Like, that guy was taking a nap, enjoying his peace, and now he's all over the internet. Why? Because one guy decided that his gym shirt was better than that guy's clothes? I don't get it. Let's see if Joey can make some more sense of it.
You know, this video really, really saddens me about today's culture. The fact that you took a photo like that at the end. You know, you don't know this man's story. You don't know what he's been through. Maybe he's homeless. Maybe he has nowhere to go. Maybe he pays for a gym membership just to have a warm place to go for a couple hours, to feel normal, to get a shower, to not be judged. You don't know. What you should know is better than to mock, ridicule, to shame some man in the gym that's in a worse off position than you. You should be thankful that you're not where he is. You're not dealing with what he's dealing with. You should be helpful. You say he doesn't know what he's doing in the gym on the equipment, so help him. And he can help you. You know how? He can teach you how to mind your own business like he's doing. Be better than that.
What I love about Joey's content is, like, you watch it and at the end of each video, you just find yourself sitting there contemplating and rethinking your entire life. It's so true, though. I find a lot of the times that men are so quick to judge other men, but
That is true. I mean, I had a female friend that, you know, she couldn't afford an apartment. She was having some issues. She parked her car in the gym parking lot, and she had a gym membership. So she would go, not not with permission, of course, but she would go into one of the showers once, you know, everybody was leaving, because the nighttime is the slowest time, usually from 11 to 6 in the morning or 5 in the morning. So she would go into one of the showers, lock the door, and go to sleep. Because they have this little, you know, usually they have the concrete benches thing, or they have a bench on there or whatever. And she would sleep. And then she'd get up, and then she'd shower and go to work until she could afford to get an apartment. And she ended up losing her car because, you know, it had flat tires, it wasn't running. So she just left it in the parking lot. You know, I always thought it was weird because I used to not shower at the gym. And then it's like it was a lot easier to get a workout in, get a shower, get dressed, and go to work rather than get a workout in, go home, shower, and then go to work. It just cut down the time. But I would see a lot of people that would just come in to shower, and you wonder, did they work out earlier? It really didn't matter to me what they did or what their life was about, but it makes you wonder, people do what they need to do to survive sometimes, and nobody should be above anybody in these situations, I believe. I mean, that's my opinion. I mean, hell, I've showered on trips, going across the US, stopping in any time, and maybe I didn't want to pay for a hotel, so I pulled up in the parking lot, grabbed my sleeping bag and slept in the back of my truck, in the cab part, in the back seat. Got up, went showered, worked out, went and had breakfast, and went about my day. Saved myself what, $100 and something. And people can say that's grimy, but sometimes you do what you got to do. You do what you got to do. And people are so quick to judge. It's terrible.
But they're the same guys that claim to care about their buddies. They'll see somebody struggling, another man struggling right in front of their face, and not do anything about it. How do you treat people? Are you shitty? When I kiss you, am I going to taste shit coming out of your mouth? Are flies going to be buzzing around you because of how shitty you are? Just because you have more than somebody does not make you better than somebody. I have a podcast called Roma's Man Cave. You can find it on any podcast platform. And in one of my podcasts, we talk about the fact that men getting sexually assaulted is something that's incredibly common, but it's not dealt with accordingly. It's not cared about, and they are often laughed at, not just by women, but by other men as well. This is incredibly harmful, it's toxic, and we see it on so many different levels. I know for myself, when I was younger, going out to bars or clubs with my friends, I noticed constantly that my guy friends were getting grabbed unconsensually. And almost every single time that they went to the bouncer to have those women thrown out like any other man would be thrown out, the bouncers laughed at them or didn't take them seriously. Men get sexually assaulted all the time, and the world just laughs. Much like this video, where this guy is in the gym minding his own business, and these two girls grab his asshole and then proceed to laugh at him.
Girls grabbed my butt in the gym, then laughed at me when I got upset. They tried to act like I was tripping when I wasn't okay with it.
I don't know why society has a hard time wrapping their head around the fact that
What do y'all think about that? Do you think that there's a double standard when it comes to that? They just grab, I mean, I don't know. They might know him. It could be all for, camera views or whatever. But if this was real and they really grabbed his ass like that and they didn't know him, what makes that okay to just laugh about it? If a group of men went up and grabbed a woman's ass, especially if she was in some yogas, think about that. That would be like you'd be kicked out, you'd be, harassed, the cops would be called, all kinds of stuff, you know? It just it's I think it is a double standard. And I think that, people need to do better a little bit.
consent knows no gender. And just because you have vagina and tatas doesn't mean that it's okay and that men will always want you grabbing them and touching them. Like, men are not that desperate. They have boundaries. Okay. These types of ideologies are exactly what leads to men getting sexually assaulted and the perpetrators, nothing coming to them.
This is absolutely disgusting behavior by these two women. This should never happen to anyone, man or woman, whether at the gym or anywhere. But I want you to notice something. After they grab him and he gets visibly upset, what do the other two men do? They start to laugh. And I know a lot of men can relate to this because this has happened to me many times. The most recent one at a local bar. When I went to tell my friends what happened, they laughed at me too. No one should ever put their hands on you like this. But But I will give a shout out to this gym, Club 4, because after seeing the security footage, they immediately banned those 2 women for life. So thank you. To the young man in this video, Jonas, I am so sorry this happened. You look incredible, brother. Keep up the hard work. Everyone go show him some love. And to the 2 young women in this video, you need to do better. Keep your hands to yourself and mind your own business.
I can't believe that's something we even have to say. Like, he literally sounds like a dad talking to children. Keep your hands to yourselves, mind your own business. Why is this even something you need to be talked to about? Oh, wait, I know why. It's because when we're raising little girls, we just teach them how to not get preyed on. We do not acknowledge at all that women can exude these behaviors, and we groom them right from little girls to not think that anything is wrong. I just want to remind you guys that I have 2 other YouTube channels. I have my podcast channel that is strictly podcasts, shorts, and all that good stuff, anything relating to my podcast. And my other one is my gaming channel. I really enjoyed a game. I like to pretend that I'm an old lady, and I'd like to share one of those clips with you right now, and hopefully I can pull you over to the gaming side.
Go a little easy on me. The last people just yelled at me.
Okay. And it's about to happen again.
I was wondering how to meet somebody nowadays. I was going to ask you how you met your partner.
Go to the bar.
Phenomenon where OnlyFans models are filming their content in public, and there's a big push from people like myself and other advocates and other just people to make this shit a sex crime. You cannot be out in public doing suggestive things and get away with it, okay? You're no different than the weirdo who's touching himself in Walmart or masturbating in his car or flashing women at Tim Hortons. Doing things for sexual gratification while in public should be considered a sex crime no matter what the fuck it is. And filming OnlyFans content needs to be on that list, because in this case, you could not only be exposing yourself to the world, but you could be exposing children.
Start with this, then slowly build it up to this, and then if you're feeling extra naughty, just go straight in with this.
Why are you giving sex demonstrations in public with children behind you? If you don't like the way I play with myself, then go to a different Walmart.
Oh my God. I mean, what's the purpose in that? What's the purpose? And then people are going to say, well, you're too sensitive. But yet, it doesn't work both ways. You can't get upset because people are all up in your business whenever you have something like this going on and it's inappropriate. There's not a double standard. What's good enough for you is good enough for that person. So, I mean, just think, if you saw this in Walmart and you had your kids there with you and you actually saw her filming this, you have 1 or 2 options. What are those options, chat?
You know, people shouldn't have to go out in public and worry about whether or not their granddaughter is now going to end up on some OnlyFans model's page on Instagram, on the internet. You're a pervert. You should be on a registry. Let's see if Joey Swole agrees.
To go out in public and film this type of content and do so with a child in the video, then post it, is absolutely disgusting. What is wrong with you? And all for what? Just so you can sell some more subscriptions to your OF. Can you imagine if a man did something like this? And you know what? I hope the family of that little girl or that woman see this and they decide to take legal action and press charges against you, because you belong in jail, or at least on some sex offender list. And I know you don't have any self-respect or dignity, but at least have respect for people in public and film this nonsense at home. You need to do better. Mind your own business.
I don't know if this guy is a dad or not, but if he isn't, he would make an amazing dad. Could you imagine fucking up and doing something wrong and having this guy be the one to give you your lecture? And you're going to feel so bad. He's not going to yell at you. He's just going to just flat out in the most monotone tone ever tell you how much of a fuck up you are. You know, I really should run for office someday, because that would change a whole lot of shit, including holding women like this accountable. Because if a man can't go out in public and film his sexual content, neither can a woman, for good fucking reason. Thankfully, though, the women who are going to gyms filming this kind of content are increasingly getting banned from them for life. If we could ban them from society, that would be even better, but I don't think we're quite there yet. Why? It's not even attractive. Girl, you have so much silicone in your face. I don't understand why this is attractive. It's not even about whether it's attractive or not. It's disgusting. It's wrong, bro. It's fucking wrong.
Pardon my language, but what the fuck is wrong with you? Why would you go to the gym to film something like this? Something absolutely disgusting. And trust me, those people in the gym, they don't want to watch you film this, nor do they want to be in the background of a video like this and then have it be posted online. And you do know that minors train in commercial gyms. That's kids, yet you still think this is okay to do? Seriously? And all for what? So you can sell a few more OnlyFans subscriptions. And listen, I have nothing against OnlyFans. You make money how you want, but keep it at home and out of the gym. Have some self-respect and dignity. Gym owners need to start kicking people like you out of gyms for videos like this. You need to do better. Mind your own business.
I want to hear what you guys think. Do you think that women who film OnlyFans content and very suggestive content in public should be persecuted, should be put on a sex offender list? Or do you think we're just being too harsh with that? Because the way that I see it is that it's a...
I mean, that's a good question. Do y'all have any kind of statement on this? Okay. Thank you for that, John. You know, women, I've seen this firsthand. It's like they're going in there and they're not wearing little to nothing. They get their little tripod set up and they go to the squat rack and they sit there and just grunt and do whatever. And it's like you don't even want to look over there, but you hope to God that they don't weigh themselves down where they're going to need some help because nobody's going to be watching and they're going to hurt themselves pretty damn bad, you know? Pretty bad. Oh, that's cool. I mean, that is just that is just sad.
massive double standard that's only doubling. You have people that are actually getting famous on Instagram from their OnlyFans videos of them like getting fucking railed at Starbucks. You know what I mean? Like why aren't the authorities grabbing hold of these videos and charging these people as sex offenders the way that any man would? Like this is public indecency at the very least. I had two friends growing up that got caught having sex in the car near a park. And guess what? They're both on a registry. They can't go near parks. Are they diddling children? No, they were diddling each other close to a playground. So I'm just not sure why there's not harsher
Good
penalties.
God. Thank
Maybe
God I
like,
never
we're
got
just not
caught.
caught up with the times yet. I'm just a little bit confused about that. I really want to hear your guys' opinion. Let me know if I'm being too much, if Joey Swole is being too much. Because speaking of Joey, I really want to have you on my podcast. So if you're seeing this, please reach out to me on any of my socials. I think that you are very informative. You're very helpful. You're really kind. And you're kind of like everybody's gym dad. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people look up to you because you speak nothing but facts. You do it in a calm manner. And I can honestly learn a lot from you. So I would love to have you on my podcast. And you guys can help by going to any of Joey Swole's social medias. Let him know that I made this video and that he should reach out.
I mean, I think she spoke a lot of truth in there because, you know, sometimes it's not okay for people to speak honestly because it offends people. But then people are so easily offended. They're so easily offended by your honesty and truth. I don't get that. It's like, if you get to say this, how come I can't say it? You know, it's just terrible. It's just terrible to witness that double standard. I saw the homeless part in there. I want to play this though. This lady has a master's in mathematics and engineering. Let's see what she had to say because I believe the homeless don't get enough attention based on they have a bad stigma. And here's one that actually has education. Let's hear how she got there.
out here in a park by the airport, and this is where you live.
Correct.
Tell me about it.
Well, I came here via Santa Monica, I guess is where I first was at before I came here. I've been here for about 5 or 6 months, no, 5 months. And it was funny because we came here, we just knew the park was here. We didn't know anything about it, but it turned out the day we got here, we learned it was a safe zone just during the time of the virus, which means you could be here at night without being persecuted. So we decided we would stay here for a while, and we've been here for about 5 or 6 months now. And it is, I guess, a safe zone in general.
How did you end up homeless?
Well, on December 4th, 2017, my house burned down as part of the Thomas Fire, which at that time was the largest wildfire in California state history. It was in Ventura County. I lived in the upper Ojai on the edge of the forest, and they saved the homes down in Ventura, the city, so everything in the upper Ojai kind of burned down, and hundreds of people were homeless, like instantly overnight. 5 months.
So y'all educate me on something.
So,
What is a safe zone? Is that where you can go without getting harassed for like staying overnight, being in a tent? I mean, what is a safe zone? Can y'all answer that for me? Because I've heard of that, but I really don't know what it is. I mean, here in Texas, it's against the law to camp in open places like public places like parks and lakes and things like that. So I guess there's other areas in the country where you can do that. Yeah, that's true. Okay, you can stay there. Okay, I didn't know what that was. I mean, yeah, I mean, people do that. People do that. I don't I don't know. She said she lost her house due to it burning down. I mean, how can you look down on somebody that lost everything in a fire? I mean, if it happened to you, wouldn't you? I mean, if you don't have any money saved up or you don't have anything to lean back on, I mean, we're just one catastrophe away from being homeless, and I believe that wholeheartedly. Maybe I didn't back when, but today I have an understanding that the way our economy is and the way that the pay and everything is so expensive, if we don't have a backup plan such as family or something like that, we're just one catastrophe away from being where this lady is.
we decided we would stay here for a while, and we've been here for about 5 or 6 months now. And it is, I guess, a safe zone in general.
How did you end up homeless?
Well, on December 4th, 2017, my house burned down as part of the Thomas Fire, which at that time was the largest wildfire in California state history. It was in Ventura County. I lived in the upper Ojai on the edge of the forest, and they saved the homes down in Ventura, the city, so everything in the upper Ojai kind of burned down, and hundreds of people were homeless, like instantly overnight.
And you also lost your job.
I lost my job that same day. I worked from home, making phone calls for an insurance adjuster. I made $25 an hour, doing phone calls about 4 hours a day, setting up a schedule of appointments for him, and then faxing it to him or whatever. And it was great. My dog could be right there with me when I was working. I didn't have to drive anywhere. And then when the fire happened, I no longer had the home office to work at. So I kind of told him I had something at my mom's house, which wasn't true, but I wanted to keep the job.
Right.
And I think he kind of knew that couldn't be right or something, because he never really, I sent him that last invoice, which was dated like the day before the fire. And then I never had another project with him after that. He never said why exactly, but I think it had something to do with the lack of home office to make the phone calls in.
Now, you're a college graduate.
Yeah, no, I'm a college graduate. I have a bachelor's of science in mathematics. as well as nearly a master's of science in mathematics. I finished almost, but all but 2 classes. But I left there. I went to Berkeley to get my master's of science in industrial engineering and operations research and a certificate in logistics.
And so here you are with masters and bachelors, and you're living in a park.
That's true. I mean, the initial thing behind that was the fire, but then there was a housing crunch that goes along with having a fire, and just all these different factors led into it being longer and longer of me being homeless. It'd been a while since I had worked in my field of statistics. I used to work in electricity research, doing building efficiency research. I've published 8 journal articles. I had stopped doing that for about 10 years. That's where my real training is at. But
you said a statistician.
Yeah, statistician, like statistics, data analysis, that kind of thing. So I worked mainly for the California Public Utilities Commission, the California Energy Commission, Southern California Edison.
Damn it.
So
this individual obviously has the capability to be employable, but it's hard to be employable if you don't have a stable residence, You're fine, Leslie. You're fine. I'm glad to see you here, I'm glad to see all y'all here. Thank you so much for coming by. I know I'm jumping around a little bit with topics, but I hope that I'm just trying to bring awareness to certain things that people don't talk about. This is real life stuff, and without having that fake anger, that fake rage going on, it is a sad state of mind, whenever you don't have a residence, Glad to hear it, John. It is hard to be without something, but you have to work at the small things, like there are places, but there's so many people these days that need that these places are filled up.
With masters and bachelors, and you're living in a park.
That's true. I mean, the initial thing behind that was the fire, but then there was a housing crunch that goes along with having a fire, and just all these different factors led into it being longer and longer of me being homeless. It'd been a while since I had worked in my field of statistics. I used to work in electricity research, doing building efficiency research. I've published 8 journal articles. I had stopped doing that for about 10 years. That's where my real training is at. But
you said a statistician.
Yeah, statistician, like statistics, data analysis, that kind of thing. So I worked mainly for the California Public Utilities Commission, the California Energy Commission, Southern California Edison. We did the first study of its type in the world to estimate the amount of electricity consumed by outdoor lighting in California, and they made Title 24 energy code modifications based on our study. Yeah.
So is anybody helping you?
Not that much. I mean, I think part of the problem is navigating the system and determining how to get the help. Because I mean, they come around here and they give us these weird lunches that some people eat. I don't really like them. I'm kind of picky eater, but but to actually get yourself like helped into a place, because I don't see how you can really work, like get a job and be a productive member of society living in the park. I mean, how do you get showered for the job interview and your suit on and there on time? It's just too many factors that could go wrong. So you have to be inside, I believe, so you can really like work and become productive. So I don't remember what you asked me that got me started.
Because we talked about it earlier. Is anybody helping you?
Yeah. I think there are some services out there, but navigating the system to find them and get connected with them is a whole other story. So nobody's really helping me right now. I mean, I get some food stamps and general relief from.
I was going to ask that, how do you survive? So you're getting GR, and for those that don't know, that's like $200 a month.
225 maybe.
Yeah, 200 and something like that.
Yeah.
And you get food stamps,
which luckily just increased to about $50.
Oh,
so that's great. Yeah.
But out here, it's hard. You can't to keep food.
Oh yeah, no, I waste so much food just from buying it because I refuse to only eat I need things that, they're going to go bad, like cheese. I survive on cheese. So, it's a lot of times I have to throw it away because I didn't have a refrigeration. And
Right.
we can't cook any hot food ever. Like, that's one thing that's really lacking.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just sad. I can't imagine being in that position. You know, I can't imagine. I can't imagine that. And there's a lot of people that can't imagine being homeless. Because they have a backup. They have a backup plan. They have family. They have whatever. But at the same time, if you don't, it's a scary situation. And I can't imagine being a female being out on the street like that, especially by herself. She said she can't buy food even though she gets the food stamps, even though she gets the assistance. She can't really cook a hot meal, you know? Um so it's terrible to think about that somebody struggles like this and, society has its nose turned down at them. And let's be honest, there are some people that choose to be homeless. I'm not going to be naive and say that everybody who's out there is a hardworking member of society or you know any of that. But there's some people that choose to be homeless. They'd rather be off the grid. They'd rather be doing what they want to do. They'd rather be doing what they feel they need to do for themselves, but at other people's expense. Because there's a lot of cities that are ran over by homelessness right now, and they're individuals urinate in the street, they defecate in the street, they do, they have all kinds of illnesses. They don't really have the facilities to bathe every day. They don't have the facilities to have the hygiene that they might need. They might have cuts or some kind of illness. And you say, well, just go to the doctor. Well, a lot of doctors aren't going to see you if you don't have a stable residence. You know, if you don't have a place to call your own, you know, a lot of places aren't going to see you. They're going to turn their nose up at you. They're going to ask you to go to the health department or whatever. And if you've ever been in that position, you understand that these lines are endless. There's a lot of loopholes to jump through. There's a lot of things that you have to do in order to get assistance. And some people just give up. They say, well, you know what? It's going to take forever. I'll do the best I can out here. And John's been a police officer. He's talked about homeless populations in Florida where he lives. There's some other people in this chat that have had hard times that haven't admitted, having to be outside. It's not anything pleasant, so I believe that hopefully in the near future that things turn around for the homeless because I hope they turn around for our armed, our soldiers that came home with nothing, you know. It just people go by the wayside and it's almost like if there's not attention to it in a negative way, then people refuse to look at it. And I believe sometimes we need that spotlight on these things because how else is it going to change, Yeah, exactly, John, exactly. And a lot of times, the services do go for other things, other people that they're not even from here. And, the administration that just got out of office as of tomorrow, they were giving tons and tons of money and food stamps and places to live and all kinds of stuff for these people to just come over here. But I'm not going to get all political because I don't know a lot of it, but I'm talking about generalized people that fall on hard times, you know? It's hard for them to get a job because if you're living on the street, how are you going to keep clean clothes? You say, well, just go wash them. Wash them where? Dry them where? All the money that you have is being spent to, get the little bit of food that you're eating. How are you gonna take a bath? How are you gonna, have deodorant? How are you gonna have this? How are you gonna wash your, brush your teeth? How are you gonna have all this stuff? We take a lot of things for granted. We really do. Right now, 28 degrees here. I can't imagine being out in this weather, having to find a place to huddle up in that's just as cold or colder, and praying to God that I could make a small fire or get bundled up enough with the clothes that I had to stay warm, to stay warm. I don't know. I would be able to, I'm sure I have the survival stuff to do it. I wouldn't want to do it. Yeah, you're right. I wouldn't want to do it. Yeah, finding a place to use a bathroom. Because people watch you walk in a convenience store and instantly they think you're going to steal from them. They kick you out. Get out of here. You know? It's very troubling. If we could just cure all of the situations in life with a magic wand, it would be wonderful. But then what would we gripe about? What would we talk about? I'm sure we'd find something, right? I can't save the world on a computer screen, but I can tell you if you have a little bit extra and you don't know what to do with it, especially during these cold months, go hand it out or go drop it off somewhere where people get these things handed to them. There's a Salvation Army in almost every city, and I know that the one here gives free meals in the morning, at lunch, they give clothing, they give hygiene stuff, they do all kinds of stuff. So, but they need donations. They need individuals that care to at least drop off stuff for these individuals that are less fortunate. And I don't even want to get started on the elderly because there's a lot of homeless people that are elder. They can't live in an apartment with just their social security money, you know? We really don't know how to fix it, but I hope that it gets better for people because there's a lot of elderly homeless people. I live in a town where there's a Veterans Administration hospital, and there's veterans walking all over the streets, holding up signs or, asking for help. You know, I have been in a Salvation Army, Leslie. I have. They're not nice. When I was 16 or 17 years old, I went on I since then, but when I was 17, we worked in a homeless shelter where people were bringing in, objects that you couldn't bring into the facility. They'd open up their bags and they'd have screwdrivers and pliers and all kinds of stuff. And I never understood it then. Why did they have all these weapons on them? Well, it makes sense now. It just it's just a sad state of mind for a lot of people. We just got through the holidays and if it isn't if it isn't the cold, it's going to be the heat. It's either one or the other. Especially if you have any health problems. I mean, you have COPD or something like that keeps you from being at your best. You're right, John. You're right. Yeah. They are just sitting there. But I'm gonna call it a night. You guys have been nice and kind to be in the chat. Thank you for that, AR. Thank you for being here. You know, y'all been kind, and I appreciate your interaction with me because sometimes we have to speak on things that are not always so pleasant to speak on. And I tried to keep it as upbeat as possible. I started it off with some gym fails so we could, kind of get a chuckle on a little bit because there are some people in the gym that they shouldn't be in a gym, you know? And then I kind of shifted gears with the homeless and things like that. So I hope you guys, if you get a chance to give anything to anybody, hand warmers, hand sanitizer. If you see women out there in the street, they could always use feminine products. All this stuff. Because we don't know what we got until we lose it, unfortunately. And we're all just one emergency from being right out there on the street in 28-degree weather, not knowing where to go, not knowing where it's going to be safe to go. And a lot of people say, yeah, I'd go into a Walmart or I'd go into somewhere where it was open 24 hours a day. But you can't sit down. You can't sit down. You can't sit in a Walmart for hours before someone's going to say something to you. You could go into a laundromat, I guess. You know, you could do a lot of things, but it's not easy. You get tired of walking around carrying all your belongings, It'd just be a tough road to haul. So if you guys see any homeless out there or people struggling, you don't have to save the world, but maybe give them a kind word and maybe give them something warm to eat if they'll accept it. Or maybe give them some hygiene or any kind of hand warmers or anything like that. Or if you have any extra, go hand it out. I know I've handed out tons of clothes in the past that just sat there in my closet. And, I just went and handed it out. A whole block's rocking the Nike gear. It's like the Nike van showed up and just dropped off free clothes. Yeah, I would give stuff away just to give back, not expecting anything in return. Because like I said, you just never know when you might need something from someone. And it's always going to be nice if there's one person there to lift you up while you're at your darkest. So you guys, thank you so much. Thank you, AR. Thank you, John. Thank you, Truth, Rondi, Texas, Leslie and Billy. Jeff was in here for a little bit. And anybody else who's in chat or who's in the chat that hasn't came in here. Jack, thank you so much for being here, buddy. Like I said, don't be scared to chat. We have a very good chat in here. And, we try to keep it low key and drama free. So you guys take care of yourselves and try to stay warm out there. Those of you that are suffering with health problems and whatever, hope that y'all get to feeling better. And I will see y'all soon.
Enjoy the